My people, we are live. Hey, I'm getting messages. So, yeah. Hello, my people. Sorry, I was on a call. I was on a call. Sorry, and that's why I put it on mute. All right. Mm-hmm. I was on a call, guys. Our brother, as you can see, is already here. Mm-hmm. Let me take a moment to share this, guys. Don't be in a hurry. Okay, we will start within the next 2 minutes. Promise you. Barely any distraction. Sorry. Mm, yeah. Guys. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to share this in our WhatsApp group. Please, our brother will be here. Will be back shortly. Mm-hmm. Our brother will be back shortly. Let's greet our people. Yeah, he's back. He said no sound. Yeah, no sound before. Yeah, I mute it on purpose then. I mute it on purpose then. That was why. I greet you. Henry Chimeze. No, I know what our brother dey here, dey studio. Mm-hmm. He dey studio, is here with us already. You can see me, you can hear me, you can see your messages. Who is Jubri Asuda? Are you still on Edidedi? Hmm? Are you still on Edidedi? Hmm? Akadididi? Akadididi o. Ekwekele ka erie gị. Ka anyị diwe ndị Edidedi already. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My people, please enough with the greetings now. Let me bring on our brother to the screen. He's here right now. Well, my people, Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I want to officially welcome you all to this evening's broadcast. This evening, we are going. Today makes it exactly 2 years. Our brother Akuwara was abducted. Until date, we don't know his whereabouts. That, as far as the information I have is concerned. But today, I am going to bring someone on now, like you have seen it. He is our brother, Diopajo Onyibe. There is nobody who has been listening to the Radio Biafra for years who doesn't know that name. When you are talking about the people that attracted in some intelligent minds into IPOB, sometimes you look at someone and say, you mean you are listening to this Nnamdi without realizing that those people may have followed IPOB just because of people like our brother George Onyibe. In his introduction, he will explain to you all how many posts he held in IPOB, what he was doing, just his ranks in IPOB alone, the positions he held alone is what I want you to hear. Then you will know whether this is someone who would be bribed to sabotage Biafra if there was any Biafra Nnamdi Kanu was fighting. All right. So without wasting much time, I want to bring on our brother, my brother George Onyibe. Please, I want you to introduce yourself to our guests and tell them how they are going to reach you on social media and how they will follow you. In your introduction, please, I want you to tell them the post you are holding now and the post you held in IPOB. Then end it with telling them where they are going to see you on social media. The floor is yours now, my brother, as I mute my mic.
Yes, once again, Mazi Ijele, I say good evening from here. Of course, I am reaching you all the way from Urugodo, Agbo in Delta State. And for our audience around the globe, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. I remain Diokpa George Onyibe, and of course, I come from Agbo in Delta State. I will want to kind of introduce myself, not because we are selling personality. By the special grace of the Almighty Creator, I was a member of IPOB before I was expelled. Each time I tell people, I will remind them that I was expelled. And this should call for a question. Why was I expelled? And why am I proud to tell you that I was expelled? A story for another day. Because we saw atrocity in the highest order. And being responsible for the life of our people, we could not compromise because we understand that there is a distinctive line between a fighter and a warrior. One of them is driven by purpose and the other by reason. And as such, it is the truth that brought us out. And that truth is what we will stand by even unto the end. Not everybody will understand situation on ground at the moment. And then as a member of IPOB, I remain one of the longest serving principal officer. At the same time, I was Atali, Unit 1 coordinator. At the same time, I was Rumukurushi Zonal coordinator. At the same time, I was Area 3 Obiakpo local government coordinator. At that same time, I was deputy state coordinator, River State. At that same time, I was the Nigerian Interim National Coordinator. At that same time, I was Biafran Land National Coordinator. At that same time, I was the African rep At that same time, I was a member of the DOS. And may I inform you that I wrote the first bylaw, or do you call it code of conduct, that governed IPOB when Nnamdi Kanu was arrested first in 2015. I served in full capacity as a proactive member. Our target, our agenda, the reason we came out was simple: to protect the overall interest of our people, nothing more, nothing less. But not until we discovered that some criminal elements were just using all of us in the name of Biafra, we begin to see it things we did not bargain for. And this call for question. We have tried to mellow down and find out the truth. We had believed at the initial stage that Nnamdi Kanu does not know what was going on. But of course, having carried out forensic investigation, we was the one masterminding the Hulu Balu all around the whole system. The only area we have is to call him to order, question him, ask him questions regarding integrity, regarding our position. It is our right to self-determination. May I remind you, it is our right to civil disobedience. But then our right cannot encroach into the right of other people. We'll try to make him understand some of these things. But of course, what will he do? He's a god already. And so he can blackmail you, character assassinate you. And it's amazing. Having been a reverend for 17 good years, I gave my life to this cause of truth, righteousness. We have said we are whiter than white. And then along the line, those who know me, even as a general overseer, I mess them up. I have a family, I have a life that I have built myself, and it is not my intention to compromise in any way. Why am I saying all these things? Because most people don't even know me. 99.9% of people who know my name don't even know me. But yet, they are very fast to insult George Onyibe, do whatever they like. But it's okay. But we must understand that this is about rescuing a nation. This having been said, I still remain George Onyibe. Today, I am a member of the Biafra Nation Alliance as well as the Biafra de facto customary government. In the Biafra Nation Alliance, I am the worldwide administrator, head of the administrator Biafra Nation Alliance. And I stand as the Secretary General, Biafra de facto customary government, headed by Alhaji Asari Dokobo. And everything we are doing, if I have to position myself with my brother Ijele, it is as simple as ABC. We want the best for our people. And this is not something we should be ashamed of. And as we proceed to unveil some of the shenanigans being introduced in the pretense of trying to fight to protect the interests of our people, I want to believe that some of you will be humble in the end. And of course, there are maybe one or two things I will have to say in the course of this program. I stand by, remain George Onyibe, like I said, and then I hand over the mic to you, Brother Ijele. Let's continue from there. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Please, you forgot to tell them where they are going to see you on social media. I want you to mention it now, and you still mention it at the end of the
Yes,
program so they will know where to
yes,
meet you and hear your own story from your own mouth. Please do that one in 30 seconds.
yes. Thank you very much for that reminder. Now, for those of you who are interested in knowing the truth about everything that is going on, because we have made a vow, it is protecting the interests of our people or not. And of course, we present our matter in diverse means. Most of you will not be able to comprehend the mindset behind everything we are doing, but with time, you're going to appreciate it. If you want to see me, you go to Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station. I broadcast there on regular basis, except there are issues beyond my control. You follow me on Facebook. You can see me on Justice Mariri. You go to YouTube, you see Radio Biafra Extra. And of course, the studio lines are there. and you are free to call in and make your contribution. You are free to call in and say whatever you have to say. But we cannot forget, it is protecting the overall interest of our people. That is what drives us. Of course, within the preamble of law. And so you can follow me on Facebook. I have a page, George Onyibe, but it's not very active because Benjamin Madubugu used my data to open Facebook. So in most cases, when you are talking, you think you are talking to George Onyibe. It's Benjamin Madubugu. But then follow me on Justice Marire, message me on YouTube, Radio Biafra Extra, and of course, you can get link to my Twitter account and other social media platform. But of course, you inbox us on Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station. Any of the administrators around the globe will give you the link on how to access me. Thank you very much. And I stand by once again.
Thank you so much, my brother, for that information you've given to our people. Please, right now, let's address the elephant in the room, which is the disappearance of our brother, Chidebere Akuwara. Please, I would like you to use all the time you have, the way you want to do it, how long you want to say it is up to you, except there is anywhere I need to punctuate and get some further information from what will be here, because most of the people here, they know you, they are familiar with your works, they've been following your work since I think 2020 or 2021 in most cases. So please, who is Akuwara? How did you get to know him, and by how much do you know him, his family, and then the circumstances that led to his disappearance? The floor is yours, my brother.
Yes, every man, their life ends the same way. It is only details on how they have lived and how they have died that distinguish one man from another. Regarding the issue of Basi Akuwara, I am glad I joined this program this evening for the sake of conscious people, our people over there, all our people, to know what is really going on. Basil Akuwara is a very good friend of mine. I know him very well. But for us to remain objective and of course be able to pass certain information to our people, the reason why I took it upon myself to come on this platform.
Hello, we can't hear you, my brother. Hello. Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. So like I was saying, by the time the issue of Akuwara, the reason why I have to come up this evening to lend my voice to our people to understand what is at stake in a time like this. It's not just about Akuwara, though it's a case study for this evening discussion. Each time I go to my archive, I look at data, information of our brothers and sisters whose life has been cut short as a result of misdirective coming from IPOB leadership. I know that one day everybody will be called to account. Should we say Akuwara is dead? Or do we still soar on the wings of faith and hope, believing that he's missing and he's going to be found one day? Let me digress a little bit. We have certain data of missing people. It's over 2,000 here. Let me see how many.
Hello, my brother. We lost you. We lost you there for a moment. Are you there? Hello. Hello. Guys, please don't be dismayed. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you stopped where you said you have data of over 2,000 people.
Yes, I have data of over 2,000 missing persons. I'm not telling you dead ones. The ones that are dead, buried are differently. Missing people. Because we cannot say Akuwara is dead now or Akuwara is still missing. Only Nnamdi Kanu can tell us about Akuwara. And then maybe let's see if the system will allow me to mention some of these names for verification. These people are missing till today. And they always get missing each time you tell Nnamdi Kanu, each time you tell China Sanworu, each time you tell Chike Doziem, each time you tell Tony Zurumike, each time you tell Une Nayanya, each time you tell Austin Agbanyim, each time you tell Azaya Oba, each time you tell Chukudi Ofoma, each time you tell this gangster called DOS that your actions is endangering the life of our people, you'll be missing. Either you are poisoned, either you are killed, either you are set up by security agents, but that is your end. IPOB, by IPOB member, which they are all aware of. What killed Chimobi Okafor? I was poisoned in Anambra alongside with Chimobi Okafor. And I discovered along the line, killing us was just part of it. Benjamin Madubugu told me in his house in Ehiala, and God know I do not lie, because I'm a man who went to take oath to tell Nnamdi Kanu we cannot betray our people. The very oath Nnamdi Kanu did not take. Benjamin Madubugu, they asked us to organize, have a meeting with Ohaneze Ndigbo youth in Anambra. I told Benjamin, look at condition of things. They can kill our people in this instance. And it was shocking. He said, yeah, that is the point. Because when they kill our people, it now attracts international sympathy. And so you have to lead us to our death so you can attract international sympathy. And from that very day, I begin to question everything IPOB does. And now let's see if I can be able to mention some of this name, and then we continue from there. Those who can be able to have access to these people should find out who they are. We have Daniel Carlo Ago. He's missing till today. We have Ifeanyi Chukwu Carlo. He's missing till today. We have Chigozie Cyprien Nwoye, missing till today. We have Chukwudi Onyekwere, missing till today. We have Chibuzo Maduago, missing till today. We have Uche Friday, missing till today. We have Emeka Ekpemado, missing till today. We have Chibuikem, missing till today. We have Nzubuche.
Are you there, my brother? Hello? Hello?
Time
Hello?
you
My
raise this
brother,
matter,
hello? We lost
you
you.
become a
See, my
threat.
brother, we lost you
I had a
we
quarrel with
lost
the
you for a while,
DOS,
please.
and
Hello,
Amarachi
please.
Ibe gift. And that was
Hello?
after the incident
Can
that
you hear me?
happened in Aba, where many of our people were killed. I demanded to know how many people that died, because we know what is going on. And then Nnamdi Kanu gave order, which I was not aware of, that they should not allow me to access the data of the victims. But I said, then why am I the African rep? Why won't I have information regarding what you are doing? Because I want to believe as a leader, one of your responsibilities is to redeem accountability. A day will come, we will tell the world how we got here. What do I tell them? It is in my position to have these people data. We quarreled that very day. But from that very day, they stopped sending the information to me. But unknown to them, I was connected to the system. Till today, I still get update of how many people they are killing. In fact, as of in the past 72 hours, IPOB have killed almost 60 persons in Southeast. And I have their record, I have their data. I won't mention name yet for some reason. And now coming back to the issue of Akuwara, why the case of Akuwara is outstanding regarding issues of being careless with the life of our people. This is how I come to know about Akuwara. When Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in 2015, there were confusion everywhere, quarrel everywhere. And we tried our best to maintain peace and order within the family. And then I took notice of people who were working assiduously to protect the interest of our people. I discovered there is a man they call Akuwara. I discovered Chimobi Ukafo, to mention but a few. But there were always people antagonizing and blackmailing. I tried to investigate. I went close to all of them. And I found out Akuwara and Chimobi, late Chimobi Ukafo then. They were doing a lot of things, sensitizing our people regarding the Biafra restoration project. They were going everywhere, making program in so many fashion, trying to unite our people. And then reports were coming constantly that Chimobi Ukafo was destroying the struggle and so on and so forth. And I called Chimobi. I said, this is the report I'm getting about you. What is really happening? And I remember her word to me today, say, I don't report to you. I am not a coordinator, I'm a media. And I say, honestly, I do not expect you to report to me. I just want to make sure that whatever you are doing, that all of us are on the same page. And she has thought I would respond to her in a harsh manner, but I did not. I think that was what made us become friends. And then she keep telling me about Akuwara, always with Akuwara, going out doing program, Waka Waka Biafra, Lady Umenwa, among others. But I never met Akuwara even 2 years on. But I noticed Akuwara was always making peace. Anywhere there is problem in Anambra, anywhere, Akuwara was always there making peace. And then until we had a convention in Edo State, where all the coordinators in Nigeria gathered there. And then when our coordinators begin to arrive at the venue, somebody called me, being Akuwara, and said, he's around already. And so based on the fact that I've been working with him for a long time without knowing him, I took the liberty to go and bring him to the venue. And I was thinking he's a young man, because he was always answering me, sir, 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 sir. I just want to give this detailed information so we know, have a glimpse of who this man is. And then when I saw Akuwara, he's an elderly man, much, much, much older than me. And he said, I'm Akuwara. And I said, sir, you are the one answering me, sir, all these years. He smiled. I said, I'm truly sorry. I have to answer you. Accept that, sir. He was a very humble man. Akuwara was a human. And then from there, having known him one-on-one, we start working together. And then when Nnamdi Kanu was released from prison, a lot of blackmail started trending. All you need to do is buy Benjamin Madubugu 1 liter of fuel. He can kill the whole world for you. And so people were going to give Benjamin fuel, buy drink for him. And then Benjamin starts, only God knows. And then they start using our volunteer. The original volunteer were not terrorists. The original volunteer were not criminals. The original volunteers were responsible men and women. All of them gathered, their job was simple. They act as surveillance. They give information to save the life of our people. They were very coordinated. As I speak to you, 99.9% of those pioneer volunteers, none of them are in IPOB again. They have all gone. Why? Because they now have to begin to use them for criminality. For some reason, I will not mention name. There is one man that Nnamdi Kanu came on Radio Biafra and expelled the brother because he had problem with Brachi Mezie. Go and ask Nnamdi Kanu what he asked that guy to do. Nnamdi Kanu sent somebody to tell that boy from Imo State to go and commit crime. And that boy said, I will not let Nnamdi Kanu tell me by himself.
Please, what's
And
the
then Nnamdi
crime?
Kanu
What's the
came on
crime?
radio
What's the
and
crime
said
you told me?
he's a womanizer, he's a
1
criminal,
minute.
we expel him. The
1
boy
minute,
is
my
not dead.
brother.
He might be listening to this program.
1 minute, my brother.
And I'm
What
fully
crime?
aware everything that happened. Let me not mention the name of those people involved. At the right time, they will all come on board. And now, at this stage, they have started compromising the volunteer, turning them to criminal, giving them different oaths, forbidding them from marrying and having children. This was a different ball game. There are some groups that refuse to join these criminal activities. As I'm talking to you, all of them have been hunted down, majority of them. For example, they have BSS. This group now was divided into different fashion. That was because some of them are loyal to China Sanwo-Olu, others are loyal to Benjamin Madubugu, and then you have Obasi group at the other hand, and others have said, this is not the reason we came here. We cannot do this. And so they start fighting themselves. They were killing themselves. Nnamdi Kanu could not control that situation. And of course, Akuwara, the man of peace, came in. They now, and Nnamdi Kanu now announced him as the Governor General and the Field Marshal of Biafra. But he gave him another name to be answering. Because you see, we answered our real name. All of them were answering fake name. Akuwara, as a good man, thought he was serving his fatherland. Akuwara went into that issue. He resolved the issue. I know all the names of the people who had this different fraction of BSS. Akuwara was able to unite them. And that is why when my brother Ruby Matthew was talking on your program the other day, I wanted to give in another version, which I have the privilege to do today. Akuwara, having united all their volunteer group, handed them over to Nnamdi Kanu. And then Nnamdi Kanu gave him order that a cross section of them should be eliminated. And Akuwara said, I will do no such thing. From that day, all of them, from Benjamin Madubugu to China Sanwo-Olu, they avoided Akuwara. But then we were knowing gradually what was going on. We were beginning to see evidence of fraudulent activities of Nnamdi Kanu. But Akuwara did not get it. He tried to talk to Chinasa. And those of you who are still IPOB member, those of you who have had problems, go and check Chinasa. The moment they have signed you off, they disassociate with you. All of you know the truth. Most of you will choose to keep quiet. But don't worry, it's going to get to all of you. The earlier you speak up, the better for all of you. They started avoiding Akuwara. Akuwara continued to push. Since Benjamin Madubugu will not listen to Akuwara, since China Sanwo-Olu, all of them start avoiding Akuwara, Akuwara have to go direct to Nnamdi Kanu. And then Nnamdi Kanu have his way. The moment they have discussed your issue and how to misplace you, only God will save you. Only God will save you, except you know how they function. From that very day, Akuwara became a foreman. But Akuwara did not back down because he believed that Nnamdi Kanu does not know what is happening. But he never knew that Nnamdi Kanu is the one who is remote controlling everybody. People like Ruby Matthew, among others, Onwukwe Nwanze, who knew what was happening, the criminality of Obase, for a while and said, no, this is not why we joined IPOB. Maybe they believed Nnamdi Kanu did not know. They raised their voice. They challenged the whole process. And you see, the only thing Nnamdi Kanu can do is once he notices you are gaining attention and you want to expose him, he comes on radio and expel you. Take record of all the people they are expelling. Nnamdi Kanu have a secret deal with them, or they know secret about Nnamdi Kanu. And so his greatest weapon is character assassination. He just come out, this man is a criminal, this man is evil. For instance, by way of digress, if Nnamdi Kanu can come out and tell you that Uche Mefo sold Radio Biafra to Nigeria, my brother, as Igbo man, you see Uche Mefo as evil, my brother, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. If I have to hold on to my Igbo identity, if I have to believe in the ideology behind Igboism, it is because of people like Uche from Mefo. A man so loyal, we thought he don't have sense for Nnamdi Kanu, and then Nnamdi Kanu can come on radio and tell you that Uche Mefo sold Radio Biafra to Nigeria, and all of you swallowed it, most of you rather swallowed it. My brother, there is nobody safe in the hand of Nnamdi Kanu. But Akuwara, they didn't know this. We're looking for ways to inform them this is what is happening. It is easy for them to say, you are a saboteur. When they lie against you, only God will save you. And that is why everything they have said today, we are questioning them, and there must be a moment of re-evaluation. And so those of them who are in the security platform, who have known the truth and refused to compromise, all of them were set up. John Chukwuma from Delta State is back, but all of them can't talk because IPOB will send them and induce you with money. If you cannot save yourself, they can kill you. I know what I go through their hand, but I have told them I am their destiny and I am their doom. I knew these things will happen, but it is not in their place to take my life, so they cannot. That is why I'm still here. So John Chukwuma is out. They must have bamboozled him, but let John Chukwuma come forward. He's a new man. Let him come forward and tell us what happened. And let me correct some impression before we go back to Akuwara. There are some rumors on air. Anambra people believe it's Ebonyi people. That is unknown government. And Ebonyi people believe, no. Let us be very careful. Nnamdi Kanu is setting everybody up. Both those of you using Nnamdi Kanu and those of you Nnamdi Kanu is using, you people don't know the evil that is coming on later on. Go and ask John Chukwuma, what happened to the Ebonyi indigenes that were arrested in Delta State? 46 of them. Where are all of them? Because they know something. And so, to shut them down, Nnamdi Kanu must betray all of them. Finally, there is a reason why John Chukwuma was released. But we pray that that same reason, let's believe Akuwara is not dead, that they will still bring him out. And so Nnamdi Kanu, to get rid of Akuwara, came on Radio Biafra and said Akuwara is a kidnapper. Ruby Matthew is a kidnapper. Onwukwe Nwanze is a kidnapper. He mentioned their name by talking about Biafra. We make ourselves open enemy to the Nigerian state. And then we find solid in IPOB, our own Biafra, And then our own Biafra will come and announce our name on radio and tell evil Nigeria that we are evil. So who is actually evil here? And the God, Nnamdi Kanu, the Almighty God, Creator Nnamdi Kanu, came on radio and said, yes, there is one Akuwara. He's a kidnapper. He has Siana. He's kidnapping people. He lives in 43 Ojoko Kumo Street in Warri. There is another one, Ruby Matthew. Go and look at Ruby Matthew. If I sneeze, the breeze from my nose will carry him away. Now the Kanu said Ruby Matthew is a kidnapper. Go and look at Ongukwe Wanze. He's a kidnapper. People who work almost 25 hours in a day, they are kidnapper. Why? These people refuse to compromise. But look at all those tools of Nnamdi Kanu. They are betraying all of them. Where is Elijah? Elijah, where is Elijah? I understand he's a saboteur now. Now, for those of you who may not know much about Akuwara, the first protest we had, we marched from Abo to Enugu. In Asaba, a pregnant woman of about 3 or 4 months was stampeded and she lost the baby. That was Akuwara's wife. When our women were arrested in Imo State during the era of Rogers Okorocha, Akuwara's wife was there. And so Akuwara's wife, Akuwara's son, Akuwara's daughter, Akuwara's entire life is built by IPOB. But how can Nnamdi Kanu say he's a kidnapper? And then the next morning, Akuwara was picked up. It's 2 years now. No Akuwara. Like I said, I have over 2,000 names of missing Biafrans that followed Nnamdi Kanu. Where are they? Go and look at all of them. These people have challenged the gangster called DOS. These people have challenged Nnamdi Kanu atrocity. These people have questioned what they are doing in the name of freedom fighting. But they say we are whiter than white. They say Onurube Nwanne ya Baloso. They say Anyana Atoase. But they lied. Akuwara believed and he did the right thing. And that is his reward. So, I still want to believe they have not killed Akuwara. Akuwara's daughter is there. Akuwara's wife is there. They set up other people's children. Bright Chimezie have taken his children to Canada because he proposed that I threatened to kill his children. Bright Chimezie, and they are sending you inside the bush. Akuwara was more loyal and faithful to Nnamdi Kanu than those of you in the bush today. But don't worry, it will get to you. So everything about Akuwara from beginning to the end, Nnamdi Kanu no, Chike Doziem no, China Sanwo-Olu no, the DOS they know. Because what they do, they set people up and they use you to sideline them. I saw evil. I understand more is dead now. More and Indonesoku, all from Anambra, around the Kusigo area of Anambra State. We are kidnapped by Obase. And somebody saw them. They were going to bury them alive. And I called Obase. I said, what am I hearing? He said, Onyendu say you people should bury him alive. He said, no, China Sanwo-Olu is aware. I called China Sanwo-Olu. I said, what am I hearing? You know, I said, I don't know. Let me call them. Let me call them. That is what 7 Soku and Akuwara, including Chijoke Otaji. Fulani herdsmen didn't kill us. Boko Haram did not attack us. It is IPOB, the same IPOB we bled for. The same IPOB under Nnamdi Kanu we lived for. The same IPOB we said, let us enhance on everything good about our people. So the issue of Akuwara become a criminal because he refused to kill for Nnamdi Kanu. Because that is what Nnamdi Kanu does. I said Nnamdi Kanu, who poisoned me? Now the Kanu sent me to a meeting somewhere around Slaughter in Port Harcourt. In that meeting, they asked people to follow me. They followed me to my house. And when they got to my house, they allowed me to go inside. They on my generator. They went to my generator house and switched off the generator. And just the way God will have it, my son was going to check what happened. I was moved. I asked him not to go. I went out there myself. Do you know they put andromylene gas in my generator house? This bomb they call pathway, just to kill me. The videos are there. The pictures are there. I didn't die. I suffered almost 3rd-degree fire burn from the andromylene gas. The bomb they put in my generator as IPOB. And when they poison you, they are the one taking you to where you are taking treatment. They'll be videoing you. Look at him. Look at George Onyibe. They'll be snapping you. I went to Enugu to hold meeting with certain individual. I will not mention their name. As directed by Nnamdi Kanu. From there, they use DSS. Follow me to the house to set me up. We understand that the prince of the world are loosed against us, but they have found nothing wrong in us. So, Igbo people, I don't know whether to say Nigeria. I don't know whether to say Biafra. I don't know whether to say Igbo people. Tell Nnamdi Kanu to stop killing Igbo youth. Tell Nnamdi Kanu to stop killing Igbo youth. He's not looking for Biafra. He's looking for money. He's looking for relevance. And they are going to waste another generation. Akuwara is not a kidnapper. Akuwara is not a thief. Akuwara was somebody who believed that the life of an Igbo man can be better. Akuwara is from Imo State. And only Nnamdi Kanu know what he did to Akuwara. And as for other people, he mentioned their name. Blackmailed them on air, lied against them, invaded their privacy by calling the name of their house address. All of them are on the run till today. 2 years on, Ruby Matthew is still on the run. 2 years on, Onwukwe Nwanze is still on the hiding. Now they can pay small criminal to set us up. The last attempt they made, and I let them know, I know what you people do. It was in Anambra Oba. We went, they invited me for a program. And I said, I'm not going there. But I didn't tell anybody. And then they called me, where are you now? I said, I'm very close. Just few bidding away. In less than 10 minutes, I dropped that call. They attacked that house. They killed that man. That pastor in Oba, they killed him. Because they were looking for George Onyibe. This is organized by Nnamdi Kanu and China Sanguru. So everything atrocity you are seeing, forced disappearance, 99.9% of IPOB dying, it is a deliberate act orchestrated by Nnamdi Kanu and his gang. Only God knows what they are looking for. And now I will leave it at that. Because I am a man under oath. Nnamdi Kanu take me to 2 different shrines, and I took the oath. And I told the juju, if why they brought me here is to shut my mouth when they sell our people, you will kill them. But if I betray them, you will kill me. But if you first to kill me or kill them when they do that, my God will kill all of them. This is how we have been messing up generation after generation. And so we say, under our watch, nobody will be allowed to sell the next generation of our people. So tell Nnamdi Kanu, where is Akuwara Basil? Answer Nnamdi Kanu, after the announcement on Radio Biafra, where we worship, Radio Biafra, where we worship Chukwu Okike Abiama, where is Basil Akuwara? And now you see, when these people are investigated, when you question them, interrogate them, their hypocrisy will be exposed. I just have to bring up these 2 things. Akuwara is a criminal. Akuwara is a thief because he refused to kill some group that refused to compromise along with him for Nnamdi Kanu. Akuwara said no. That is when Akuwara become enemy. Ask China Sanworu, why do you avoid picking Akuwara call? Ask Benjamin Madubugu, why do you people start avoiding Akuwara? And 3 days later, Nnamdi Kanu told you he's a kidnapper. I will leave it at that. But of course, more revelation is coming up. If I go beyond that, I'm going to call some names of individuals who will run for the rest of their life. And so I shall hand over the mic to you, my brother.
Thank you, my brother. At some point in your speech, I was trying to interject, but your spirit was so high you didn't hear me. Like, I want to ask you one question. When you were saying that thing, you
I
said one
cannot
boy
hear
in
you.
Imo
I
State.
can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me. Okay, let me drop you. Can you leave and come back? Oh,
Okay, go ahead. Let's see.
can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead. It's manageable.
Okay, I said, let me come closer and raise my voice so you can hear me well. I said, you talked about one boy, you said Nnamdi Kanu went after and his group because they told him to commit a crime. You forgot, you didn't mention the guy's name. I don't care about his name, but please, I need you to tell us the crime, the exact crime they told him to commit. And when you talked about they tried to bury people alive, I want you to bring up the case of Akbambo, Cosmos George, and the other person they wanted to bury alive. Then the other two boys they said they tied to trees in the bush and stabbed them to death. Please carry on.
Yes, if we go the first one, issue of Cosmos George and Okpambo. It was trending then that it was me and Mazimefo. But between God who made heaven and earth, we know nothing about that. First of all, when I was arrested by the DSS, I spent 60 days in DSS detention, after which I was arraigned before a magistrate high court in Rivers State. And then DSS didn't show up again and the case was struck off. But before then, I was taken to the maximum prison in Port Harcourt, where I spent about 3 days before my bail conditions were perfected. When I got to the maximum prison in Port Harcourt, information already has been dispatched that African rep is being transferred to the maximum prison. And the person who actually passed on this information was Cosmos George. When I got to the prison yard, I was treated like a king. I was supposed to sleep in the toilet that very first night, but information came that they should keep me in Governor's Lodge. So from the night I entered maximum prison in Port Harcourt, they gave me a bed. And then the next morning, they allowed me to walk freely. It was Cosmos George that paid this bill. It was Cosmos George that made this connection. It was Cosmos George that gave me access to shave my head after how many months. It was Cosmos George that allowed me to have access to feeding after how many months. And then, if this is the only thing Cosmos George has done for me, why would I want him dead? They still believe I have hand in what has happened to Cosmos George. But I'm using this opportunity to clear that issue. Issue of Cosmos George. It wasn't Nnamdi Kanu that set all of us up. Ruzel Blue Jack was there. Cosmos George was there. We mobilized most of our people from the Niger Delta region and brought them together and handed over to Nnamdi Kanu. They were inaugurated. And then Nnamdi Kanu starts setting all of us up. Go and look at what Isima is doing. Go and look at what Faith Ogala is doing. Go and look at what Efe is doing. Josephine Erewa is doing. You see everybody fighting against each other. That is how Amarachi and Nnamdi Kanu told Cosmos George that they gave me 400,000 naira to buy laptop for him. I don't have laptop. How can they give me money to buy laptop for somebody who's just joined the struggle? They set all of us up. Now, Cosmos George and Okpombo has seen maybe a level of evil in IPOB and decide to disassociate and start working with Radio Biafra International. They were trying to mobilize our people, just like every other pro-Biafran group. But IPOB, led by Nnamdi Kanu, under the directive of Chinasa Nworu, made sure that nobody gathered. So Okpambo and Cosmos George, we are going to sensitize our people regarding the Biafra Restoration Project when they were attacked by IPOB member. Like I said, most of these volunteers, they know the truth already and they are not part of Nnamdi Kanu. And it will be unfair. It's like I'm exposing them. I know the coordinator that masterminded that thing because he told me, Ogasias, then they call your name and you don't know anything. I say, you don't see him now. So it's Nnamdi Kanu that asked them to kill them and bury them alive. But there are people who have discovered the truth already. That is why they spared Cosmos George and Okpambo. And then you go back to Anambra. I mentioned those ones' name, Ndune Soku and more. There are many of them. But these are the ones I have first-hand information about, and I saved their life. Obasi said it's Chinasa Nworu that sent him. Chinasa Nworu said it's Onyendu that sent him. And I told them, nobody carry out such instruction under my jurisdiction. That will not happen. I said it bluntly, and they knew it will spell doom. That is what Seven Dune Soku and a more, like I said, it's like a more is dead. Ndune Soku is still alive. They have to give them oath, never to speak what have happened to them. They gave them oath. That is how Nnamdi Kanu function. And so, with the issue of Cosmos George, the issue of Ndune Soku and buried alive, then the guy in Imo State, somebody told him that Nnamdi Kanu asked them to go and rob a bank to show their capacity that they can terrorize Biafra land. And the boy said, tell Nnamdi Kanu to come and tell me. So the boy take the message back, and you know what Nnamdi Kanu will do now. That is when that boy become enemy. The next time they set it up, they use Bright Chimezie to set that guy up. And so those idiots in IPOB who don't have sense, as they are listening now, they know who I'm talking about. But I will leave it at that. That is how they expelled the guy, disgrace him, almost destroy his marriage, frustrate his life. The young man have to relocate and hide, but he's alive anyway. Thank you.
Please, when you just talked about destruction of marriage right now. There was a time the Nnamdi Kanu mentioned that you were sleeping with one woman in Plateau State, Jos. Please tell us what transpired and where that woman is right now and what happened to her marriage, please.
Yes, the woman, they call her Josephina or Sofina. She's the Plateau State woman leader. These are the few things I know about her. And now, as the Nigerian National Coordinator, I traveled around Nigeria, mobilizing our people from the west to the north to the south. Everywhere, I was everywhere. I have met that woman 2 times all my life. And the way I normally function, I go by night bus. By the time, if it's in the northern Nigeria, if I leave by night, I get there in the afternoon or towards evening. And then before I could take my shower and get ready for the meeting, it's night already. And once we finish our night program, I take the next bus and leave that location. I don't even know the woman's second name, but she's a woman. We talk on phone. Everybody, we talk on phone. And then along the line, there is a guy they call Obuago, who is from Afaribeku, Nnamdi Kanu brother. He was the one who originated the whole thing. And after I was expelled, they start carrying rumor that I'm sleeping with that woman. They were broadcasting it that I'm sleeping with people's wife. But what they were targeting was to destroy my marriage. But my wife knows me. My wife was my girlfriend for 11 years before we married. So anything she does not know about me today, after almost 22 years of marriage, then she will not know anything again. And so she knows me. So, but they were doing it to destroy my marriage, which did not work. But what happened eventually was that the woman started having problem with the husband. And the husband says, so this now the night meeting where you they go. You say now they do IPOB, they do Biafra. This is how they frustrate the woman till the woman died. The woman is dead. The woman died. IPOB killed the woman. We actually got a lawyer for that woman. Some of my people in diaspora hired a lawyer for this woman and said, let's push this matter. IPOB know how to harass people and intimidate people. So having harassed her, the woman is from Anambra. They pressured the husband frustrated this woman, and in less than 3 weeks, the woman died. She's dead. Now, to know the truth, Kenneth Ogani is the northern rep. I cannot enter north without clearance from him. Then, John Paul Madwabuchi is the western rep. I cannot enter their jurisdiction without clearance from them. They know the truth. Even Barrister Joffo know all this truth because he was acting as a northern rep. Barrister Joffo is who I'm telling you. But let's leave it at that. That is what they do. Now, IPOB have some strategy. They will tell you that either you are a drunkard, a gogoro man, or you are a thief, or they tell you that you are a womanizer. This is how they function. They target your family, they target your personality. They want to make you hopeless. But I told Nnamdi Kanu when they were planning for me, that is why I continue to respect Uchoka for Mefo. I don't tell them anything, I'll be looking at them. And one day I called Mazim Mefo, I said, look at what your brother is doing. He said, I'm not sure this is possible. Have you responded? I said, no. He said, why? I said, because this is how it's going to be. He said, but then respond. And I responded. He saw the truth. I have 3 different letters. Mazim Mefo wrote to Chike Doziem, another criminal, said they're fighting for Biafra. Why are you people trying to victimize George Onyibe? Why are you people doing this guy this thing? I think that is where he become enemy. He refused. That is what they do. Once they finish your matter, now they cannot hire people. I have text messages. I have audio recording. One of them called me from Ivory Coast. I said, I've been asking you what problem do you have with Nnamdi Kanu? You refuse to say. But what is going to happen to you? IPOB will descend on you in the coming days. Don't say anything. But of course, they are not in the position to tell me when to talk and when not to talk. So now they cannot hire people. He told them to rubbish me until I cannot come out again. I'm not on live video because I'm not led. But very soon, I will be led. Because I want to be sure of what I'm doing. So what I'm saying is that is how they do. They want to deform your image. That is character assassination. They want to destroy your marriage. They even trace your bank account. A lot of people are working with them. A lot of politicians are working with them. A lot of people in the bank, they can compromise everything. But all of them will be exposed because since they have learned how to shoot without missing, my brother, we have learned to fly without perching. That is what they do. People were calling me, so you are sleeping with this woman, but the truth.
You there? Hello, my brother. Hello? Hello? Don't worry, guys. He will be back. He will be back. I don't understand if you guys are following what's. I don't know if you are following what's going on here. They will use people, blackmail them. That man, that woman from Plateau State, is this their nonsense blackmail? And I know the type of pressure they must have mounted on the husband. They must have circulated the news in their village, in their meetings, everywhere. Now the man left the woman. Not only did this man leave this woman, the woman died of heartbreak. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. This, and believe me, most if that thing was being said by people she never knew before or people she was against, she may not care. But it came from the same people she wasted her life, energy, time, and money. The people, imagine they set up their meetings at midnight so their members can go to their businesses, come back and have their meetings. And they say it's for security purposes. That time the DSS and the army, they can't mobilize. Okay? They can't mobilize them to come and arrest them. The same security measure is what they exploited. Our brother George Onyibe will be back. So let me check if he's back to his. Okay, he's not back yet. I will call him. Are you getting what is going on here? Out of heartbreak, that woman died. No, you people are going to hear about more deaths, more kidnappings, so many things. You are going to hear so many things. Hold on, I'm trying to call George Onyibe back. Okay, I think he's back. He's back. Hello, my brother. Welcome back. I believe you can hear me better now.
Yes, so sorry, my battery almost disappointed me.
Okay,
Yes.
no problem. Thank you. Please,
Yeah.
please let me segue into something now. This thing, people are disappearing. Sometimes you talk about them using people in the bank. I know that one a long time ago. All these politicians that they are working for, they have bankers working for them too, that are banking their money so they can use them to. It's very difficult. So let it not seem as if it's one clandestine thing and we'll be giving them praise over nothing. It's something, and that's why I think I'll give my money in the bank. No, I have the ways I save my money. Other ways. All right, even if it's in the bank, it may not be my name. You don't know how many ATM cards I'm using. I'm advising every other person. Find a way you diversify your funds because one day these people can get to power and seize your finances, render you useless. But that one is by the way. My brother, they are using people like police to arrest people so easily. I believe that one will be can easily be traced to Nnamdi Kanu's sister, Nnenna Kanu, who is in the police. And I also hear they are using DSS. And the Akuwara issue, I heard it was at the DSS that the lawyer, before he was like definitely threatened out of the case, was going to meet them. And I heard one story about this Ejiofor you talked about. Is Ejiofor just a lawyer or a part of the scam? And is his wife or ex-wife or baby mama a DSS personnel? Please inform us.
Barrister Ejiofor was first of all employed as a lawyer, but he got involved in IPOB activity. He can be pretending. His first wife that have his first child is a DSS woman. He was the one in charge of Northern Affair. Go and ask Kenneth Ogan in Northern Rep. Maybe he's doing his illegal work by calling IPOB meeting to address IPOB member. Maybe that is what he's doing. You know, logically, when he is a coordinator of Abuja and you now query him in the law court, why are you getting involved? He says he's giving legal advice. So he can logically pull himself out of the hook. But of course, Kenneth Ogan in Northern Rep is aware. He's the one who calls meeting with one media guy they call Oyindo Victor. They are the one who go them to set people up. So his activity goes beyond the legal practitioner. And like I said, his first wife that has his first child is a DSS woman.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Please carry on.
Yeah, so that is it. He gets involved in IPOB activity, but he can actually deny and tell you he's a legal practitioner. So he's practitionalizing them. And then, like I said, his first wife, because he has many wives, is a DSS woman. Let me leave it at
Okay.
that.
That's nice. Now, back to their killings. And the guys, as you know, since his first wife is a DSS personnel, and we know how our people in DSS and police behave. Generally, the DSS can be used to threaten and intimidate people, but when they see a personnel giving them information on an IPOB member, being that IPOB has been proscribed, they would act, but they wouldn't know that this one they are arresting is exposing this scam or has left the thing. Just like Nnen Nakano could be used as a police to trap someone down. But that's by the way. Back to their killings, my brother. Who is Prophet Moko? What do you know about him and how did he die?
Well, sincerely speaking, the issue of Prophet Nwoko, I did not pay more attention on that man because then I was among those people who believed Nnamdi Kanu to be an angel. So I don't know much about his death.
That's fair. That's fair. But me, I know the man made a video. This is the very first Biafra spiritual leader. Before this master prophet, this group, Nnamdi Kanu's brother-in-law, adopted the name. The guy came out weeks before the 2019 election and said that Nnamdi Kanu and his people, that is Benjamin Madugu and co, contacted them and wanted them to campaign for PDP article. And he said this is not what he left his business and life in Lagos for, to come down here to do, because he left everything he was doing in Lagos, went back to Enugu. At the end of the day, after some days, they went and slit the man's throat. According to Ruby Matthew, I'm hearing that the guy that they used to slit the man's throat, they've killed him. And I believe they killed him to bury the secret. And this is what I believe to be true. I don't need any magical mirror or water to know this is what happened. Please, my brother, I want to get into the issue of Madam Social. Who is Madam Social? How well did you know her and what happened to her? What did IPOB people do to her? Please, the floor is yours.
Madam Social was a member of IPOB, a very committed one, a generous woman who believed in humanity. When Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, she in the group of other women, they constantly visit Abuja. The woman was so kind, taking responsibility for any need IPOB Anambra State under Chijoko Daje could have. She funded many projects, and then until Nnamdi Kanu came back from prison and politics entered everything, the real mission was exposed. So those who thought that we are fighting for our rights began to see things that are not, you can't even visage such atrocity can be going on. They started questioning. They started asking questions. I think that is where Madam Shusha, having been a key member, kind of believe that she has her own say and push certain matter by turning down evil, exposing certain criminal individual like Obase, among others. But they never knew that she's a threat, because once you say the truth, you become a threat. You better be lying. When Nnamdi Kanu say lie, lie. And then you are holy, you are Chineke. And then at that stage, before Madam Shosha will know what is going on, they have tagged her. And now in the DOS, they brought up the issue of Madam Shosha. And as a member, I was there. Obasi, Onwatuegu, and the rest reported Madam Shosha and one other lady that they were carrying knife and chasing volunteers. If you see the lie, they lied against Madam Shosha that day. I now told Chike Doziem, because Chike Doziem now was telling us what they told him, having investigated the matter. I told her, I say, you people are very wicked. Chike Doziem, are you telling me your mother can carry knife at her age and start chasing young? Shosha is an elderly woman. If I thought we can believe it of another person, not Madam Shosha now. How can they tell you that Madam Shosha carry knife and chasing volunteers? That was when they took it upon themselves to look at who Madam Shosha is, and they saw she's an elderly woman. But before then, Obasi then have kidnapped her, took her jeep, drove her to one secondary school in Anambra. After torturing her, only God knows what they did to her that night. They blindfolded her, dumped her in the school compound there with her vehicle. It was people that came to rescue her at about 2 a.m. in the night. Since then, Madam Shosha has run for her life. So that is the story of Madam Shosha. A lot of things are involved. But of course, let me leave it at that.
Okay. The day they kidnapped Madam Shosha, there were other men they kidnapped that day. They kidnapped some men there. Please, I heard some ear-tingling stories about what happened to those men. I don't know if you are at liberty, without mentioning anyone's name, are you at liberty to confirm or deny that ugly incident we heard happened to them?
Yes, one of those men that were kidnapped alongside with Madam Shosha, as I'm talking to you, the injury he sustained that very night has turned to whether cancer or what do I say. It is like the man is a diabetic patient. And so he sustained injury. Since then, check that time till today. The last time I saw the man, the leg was swelling. It's a very simple man, but he does not know the consequence of what is happening to him. The leg is decaying already. It looks like he's a diabetic patient. One of them I saw. And then the other one is my town man. I don't hear his name anymore. It was one of my town people now they cannot hire to mess me up. They've messed him up. He has run to death now. So let's leave it at that, so that because all these people are born again now, they are repented. They now know the truth. So if I begin to drag them back, it's not very good anyway.
I heard one rumor
Go
that
ahead.
a group of these ESN guys, led by Obasi, carried some men away
It's
and they
Lion
raped them.
Squad. Obasi, they call
Lion Squad.
themselves then Lion Squad.
From Lion Squad, they became ESN. Please, I heard that they carried some men and raped some of those men. Is that true?
That they did what?
That Obasi boys once took some men and those men were raped.
I don't know about that one. The only one I know is one woman from Ebonyi that lives in Anambra State. It was on
Before.
social media some time ago. They videoed the
Yeah.
woman and they were telling us that Fulani headsmen raped the woman and the daughter. And the woman said so. And after which, the woman disappeared. But the truth was that it is Obasi and his men that went and raped the woman and the daughter inside their house, because the woman is somebody that talks against IPOB. They raped that woman and her daughter inside their sitting room. After doing that, they gave them oath and banished that woman from Anambra State. The woman is from Ebonyi. It was trending on social media. They were saying, it's Fulani herdsmen, it's Fulani herdsmen. Maybe Obasi and his men are the Fulani herdsmen. That is what I know about some of their sex escapees.
Oh, that's so great. Okay, right now I want to post the link for some people to come on if they have any contribution or any question they want to ask you. So you are at liberty to answer them. You are at liberty to not answer them. But before I will do that, I want you to tell us all the while you were having these issues with IPOB and their leadership. How many times did you bring it to the attention of Nnamdi Kanu? And do you think I know he knows anyway. How many times do you bring it to his attention and what was his excuse not to act? And did you leave IPOB because you wanted money? Please just wrap up everything about them, the ones you forgot and before. You can add them. You can use 10, 15 minutes to do it. Meanwhile, I just want to post the link now for those of you who have questions or those of you who have contribution. So I will let our brother go. I don't want him to stay too long here. Okay, my people, go ahead. Go ahead, my brother.
Yes, for the issue going on, it has lasted almost 4 years. Mazio Bidio Bienu painfully tried to advise Nnamdi Kanu, you are getting out of the way. He won't listen. Mazu Chuka for Mefo, for 4 years, they have worked internally. Dr. Okado, for 4 years, maybe more, they have worked internally trying to talk sense to Nnamdi Kanu. They also discover he was responsible. It's just like the game they are playing with Simeon Ekpa. Simeon Ekpa is a recruit. He's hired to change narrative. It is those working with him that will pay dearly for it. That is by the way. Now, the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, he knows the truth about me, but he just can't compromise me. First of all, where I have a fallout with him, he said we need to go to Arochukwu and take oath so nobody betrays anybody. I said, okay. He's every principal officer. We went. I went. And after the oath, I came back. Now the Kanu said, no more oath again. That they have changed the shrine to another shrine. From Abenokpabe to Igwe Kala. And Igwe Kala is managed by one woman, Hallelujah Nwachukwu, who is just Yahoo Yahoo. But what I discovered there, that Nnamdi Kanu intention is to tie some of us with oath so that we cannot do anything, as many people are afraid of. And then others going to Igwe Kale are not under oath. Today you see IPOB killing IPOB, eating IPOB, killing themselves. That is because those that are not under oath are the ones killing the ones under oath. The ones under oath are afraid to respond so that oath will not kill them. And China Sanwo-Olu called me and said Nnamdi Kanu said no more oath taking. No, I told China Sanwo-Olu, Hallelujah Nwachukwu, others has not gone to the oath. I thought everybody is going to go to oath. China Sanwo-Olu said Nnamdi Kanu said we should stop the oath and that those people are prayer warrior people. They don't take oath. And I asked China Sanwo-Olu, so if these people, Shabbatarian or Arabatarian, are spiritual people, they don't take oath, what am I? So all those pastors who has joined me to take this oath, what are they? What do I tell them? Now the canon said, okay, you people should be doing it small, small. I said, now lie you. The same pressure, now the canon did not allow me to rest until he placed me under oath. That same pressure, everybody must take the oath too. I played one of it, just
Hello, my brother, we lost you there. Hello. Hello. Hello, George. I think we lost him there. He will be back. Let me remove him from the studio. So I'm coming. So he will come back. I think there is a problem with his battery again. So I want to bring a guest. We have a guest already. Hello. Hello, good evening. Hello, my brother. Hello. Onwuka, can you hear me? Ah. I believe our brother will be back. Our brother will be back. Those of you that, okay. Okay, our brother is back. Hello, my brother. Good evening.
Ijela Moko, Mike Nengi. Good evening.
Biko bilite to obere. Well done. Do you have questions or contribution?
I'm speechless, honestly, but I make a little contribution. In fact,
So,
Ijela, I'm too emotional right now.
and just gather yourself.
People don't see, they don't see what the problem is. You know, when these things we've been talking about, it is like a religion. They get you emotional. They put you where they want you to be. They turn you against. They use you as an instrument.
Yes.
How can you tell me that you want something from me, which everybody wants in that aspect? Then you turn around to start killing those people you are telling that you're bringing something to them. Now the Kanu will never know peace. His entire generation will pay for this. To me, Ijele, I don't care who is looking at me or who sees my face. Now the Kanu must pay for this with his life. He dare not get out of that DSS. His entire family, a man powerful, his brother, that's the coordinator, that's everybody that does everything. This also stole my brother's car in Amara in the name of freedom fighter or freedom thieving. They will pay for it. Someone, I bet you, I'm ready to do anything to get that asshole back. He's going to pay for this. Anyone that's involved in this mess will go down.
Yes.
I don't care. They look at me, they see me, they should wait for me at home. I'm coming.
Yeah.
If anybody does anything, then we'll know who is who. These people are trying to mess up the entire region for the sake of their own selfishness. Nnamdi Kanu akpa amụ Nnamdi Kanu tọnda ga-agbagbu ya nne ya na nna ya anwụrụ ga-aba ya. Nnamdi Kanu ga-anwụ even agide ha ga-eke ya na jeep kpụgharịa ya the whole Igbo land. Nnamdi Kanu must not escape this. His entire family a ga-agba ụlọ ha ọkụ.
Yes.
Bro, I'm not, look, before I used to be looking at things, everybody wants it, everybody wants it. Yes, we want it, but can we do it in the way that the land will be pleased about it?
Yes.
Taking out everybody is not the way to go about this thing. Who are you fighting for? Apparently, they are fighting for their own interest, for their own stupid, selfish interest.
Yes.
They shut down the whole Ali Igbo for 1 week. I was almost mad. Nothing could happen. You said you're fighting. Who are you fighting for? Or you're killing people in the name of fighting. Look at what happened today in Imo State. Shooting these people and covered it, posted it online. Let me play
the video. Please don't forget. Let me play it for people to see first. Let me play. PVC. We are campaigning, asking people to get their PVCs. Soon they will tell you, oh, the Hausas are winning because they are registering their goods. They are registering their children.
You blame them. Yeah. Those who want it more will go for it.
And you are killing your own people that want to register. How many Igbos are registered? During census 2006, Uwazuke told us not to do that. Biafra is coming. We will do the Biafra census. Today, the thing is
Biafra.
now,
What is Biafra?
now, Now, your people, my brother, let me play the video for people to see what we are talking about. For those of them who haven't seen it, let me play the video. Be there, stay there, don't go anywhere. After the video, I want you to talk. After the video, just watch.
As you can see, these are the stupid people we are fighting for to have their freedom. They are here making vote. They are here planning for election. Today is 14th of April. Today is 14th of April. Today is 14th of April. Yes, we have sent a word to the people.
They killed that person. That was when they shot the INEC staff. Let me play the longer one. That shot, those shots you heard was when they killed the INEC staff. And I've shared the full video on our group. Let me play the second one now, my brother. After the second one, now you can come in.
As you can see, these are the stupid people we are fighting for to have their freedom. They are here making vote. They are here planning for election. Today is 14th of April. Today is 14th of April. Today is 14th of April. Yes, we have. Look at them. This is their boss. This is their boss. Today is 14th of April. We have given them a warning. We have given them a warning. We don't want any more election. We don't want any more election. Next time, we are going to set this place in place. You think we are joking? You can see this is the machine. You can see it. This is the machine for the printing. Our thousands of voters card here. We have won them. They couldn't listen. They think we are joking. We the UGM. Yes. This is a lesson to everyone. Everywhere you are, wherever you are seeing this video, take this as a lesson. Because we are going to come for you wherever you are.
My brother, please weigh in on this. The second part of the video came from Imo State. The first one where they killed people, someone and kidnapped 2 people came from Anambra State. Please weigh in on it.
What are we supposed to say about it? That is this a freedom fighting? Is this how to bring freedom to people? In Western world, when you're bringing freedom to people, you educate them about what you're trying to give them. Let them understand why it is so important to do this in a way that nobody gets hurt. You coordinate the people, you save them, you protect them, you give them what it is that tastes like freedom. This is not freedom, this is criminality. You're taking the life of, look at that child now is traumatized for the rest of his life or her life. Did you call, is this a freedom? This is not freedom. This is criminality and intimidation, stealing and traumatizing the people, and you call it freedom. That is not freedom. That is not freedom. Nnamdi Kanu and his entire generation will be known for this, and they will pay for it. I don't know why people are still talking nonsense about this. I was in Owerri. Last year I came back in January, precisely. Went to fix my car. What the mechanic there was shouting about Biafra is coming. Say, guy, you better take care of your life. Biafra is not coming anywhere. After speaking to him, he came back to his senses. He was looking at me dumbfoundedly. One man there was like, how did I have all this information? How did I even know that? I said, do you need somebody to educate you about what is good and what is evil? They think because Nnamdi Kanu lives in London, talking junk, that is bringing them freedom. Nnamdi Kanu is an asshole. Never met anybody. He doesn't know anybody. Everything he's been doing so far was fabricated. If you dare oppose him, he will descend on you, just like this guy. Uchemefa is so lucky to get away from him. Whoever is listening to this program, forget about Biafra. Fix your place. Educate yourself. Have sense, common sense. Biafra is not coming. It will never ever come. The least that will happen is regional government. That is it. Don't let anybody fool you. Biafra is nowhere coming. Educate your kids. Tell the children the truth. People should get away from this nonsense of Biafra. It's not coming. People, it is not. Let's hold those we sent out to represent us in Nigeria setting responsible. They are the people holding us back, not anyone. Fulani does not know your back of your house. They live in the bush does not mean they are coming to kill you. They have their own level. They have their own way. They themselves are suffering from the same thing going on in Nigeria. Forget about political propagandas. Political leaders, although we are not elected, they were chosen. Ekozi as his prime example. Rochas Agbu Awosa, Motogababu is another person. Hold those ones in the local level, hold them responsible. My local government interim chairman is my friend. I go on him like I don't even know him. Recently, I fought him. He might be listening, or perhaps anywhere he sees this clip, he will understand what I'm talking about. They collect this money. What are they doing with it? And they are telling you Biafra is coming. When Biafra came, this will happen, that will happen. You don't give what you don't have. Who is going to give you freedom? These people going to give you freedom and govern you well? Man, they're bringing hell. You think Nigeria is bad? If this criminality Biafra came, it would be more than hell. Somalia, they're talking about is destabilizing the Igbo land. Look at what they're doing. You call this freedom? I'm sorry for whoever believes this nonsense. But in Nandekano, oh man, this land he will march will never ever protect him again. He will go down. He will go down. The entire Igbo land has frustrated. They have forsaken him. He must go down. He must pay with this. They stole from me, stole from my family. After the contribution I made towards the so-called Biafra, and all they could do was steal from me. No. Someone
Why do you thank you, my brother, for that.
No problem. I'm here. I'm really emotional right now, honestly.
So sorry, my brother. So sorry. Thank you. My brother George Onyibe, please, I don't know if you are listening, if you can hear us. I don't know if you saw the video we played and what happened. You can continue with what happened then, or you continue with a new line. Please carry on. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, so like I was saying before I was cut off, it's about whether we confronted the Kano with it, with what is going on. And so I was telling us that the only one I confronted them with, you heard the audio that I played when he was shouting at me. I told you, don't talk about Arochukwu again. Don't talk about Arochukwu again. Do your broadcast and get out there. Do your broadcast and get out there. That is how
Hold on. The person that told you.
Huh?
Sorry. Hold on. Let me mute you side. Let me mute your side. The person that told you to go and swear at Arochukwu, now, after telling people that he was sent by Elohim and Eloha, now told you not to talk about Arochukwu on radio. Please, what led to that thing? Carry on, because we missed what you were saying before. Go on, my brother.
So he was now harassing me. Don't talk about Arochukwu again. Don't talk about what you don't know. I said, no, we must talk about Arochukwu. You say we will take oath. We have taken the oath. Why are you shying away? Why are you running away from it? I think that is when we have the final fallout. The next thing is I'm a saboteur. I'm a Yoshi transmitter. I am a womanizer. I'm a Kai man. Because he want to hide from Arochukwu. Have you had IPOB being tangible to tell you why I was expelled? I have told you now, Kano, let him come out and mention my name. I will remove 30 years out of his age. I will subtract 30 years from his age, turn him to 13 years old boy. Very wicked and heartless human being. That is it, my brother.
Thank you so much. I want to bring on our brother Timezi. I want him to be there with you at the same time. So if there is any question he will ask you, he will ask. And if you want to jump in when he's talking, you can jump in. So at this point, we want to bring our brother Henry Chimezie. Welcome, my brother. And
yeah, good evening. Get my judge. Good evening. Don't think go say my voice. Ndewo. Get my judge. Ndewo. That's my leader, get my judge. My brother Jelle, thank you for all you're doing. I've been listening to the program and the revelations. I mean, the thing that broke me instantly, like the other brother said, the little child. You know, the truth is, our people are still playing with emotions. It is time we suspend emotions and bring intelligence and governance. Now, I could remember when Wike took a stand. He never fell for any of the blackmail. At least I remember, I don't know about you, when they went on radio trying to blackmail and Wike is stopping Ndibo from having meeting in River State. For the record, for people that know me, I was born and bred in River State. The only thing that took out of River State was when I attended Abia State Polytechnic. Right? And when most of us make these assertions, they are trying to blackmail Wike. Is there any part of River State, even up to Igbo Echie, Ndi Igbo have bought land and built houses? Room Precom, Room Odara, Room Okurushi, Room Odomanya, Isokbo, just name it. Now, we need to suspend emotion. Today, Ndi Igbo are begging every major political parties, or let me say the two major political parties, to cede, let me use the word cede, the presidential ticket to Ndi Igbo. We are not ready to play the politics. Now, how can people go and traumatize? This thing can only go on because the politicians, the governors, are still dragging their foot. In the same vein, sorry, there's a little noise in the background. My little man is happy.
No worries.
In the same vein, when Hope Uzodinma took a stand, most people were blackmailing him that he's killing Igbo youth, he's bombing them. No, he was after the criminals. It is time for Soludo, who was saying he doesn't know the crime that the Kano and IPOB have committed. This is an evidence. The only way that can stop this thing for me is full kinetic approach and center of gravity. Yes. The government, as a matter of fact, must go after every of their leaders in Nigeria. Because now, you see, that's what they call dislodging. I'm not the best to advise them. We have NIA, we have DSS, we have Nigerians that are trained in security. You know, we have technocrats. But I think those policymakers, those who call the shots, if your likes and my likes were those that were calling the shots, this thing would have ended. By now, in fact, in the case would have ended. What I was expecting the Minister of Justice and the Attorney General of Federation is to set a timeline that this case will run for 6 months. Every party bring evidence. As you know, by now, no camp, I swear on my life, no single camp. If you want to agitate, make it civil. Nigeria is not the only country with challenges. Every country have their own challenge. But one thing we would not sit by and watch is for people to begin to cow the whole region. This is sponsored terrorism. What are we to deny anymore? Now, these hoodlums carrying guns, terrorizing those who has gone to exercise their franchise. To whose benefit? To whose benefit? Look at the cry of that little baby. And if you can remember, this thing is not the first time. Now, These people need to be flushed out. The governors from the Southeast, every month they take their security votes. What are they doing with those funds? This is the challenge we're having. Because most of the people who are elected are not even technocrats. They know nothing about governance. Majority of them, they see government as a means of getting rich, as a means of amassing wealth. They don't even see it as a call to service. How much more to provide infrastructure, security, and policies that will better the lives of the people? Don't get me wrong. The other day, we saw what happened in America. I will say this: in United Kingdom, every day they seize loads of guns because there are criminal gangs in United Kingdom. People who want to bring in so much light arms, they confiscate it. And most of these things do not come to the public not until they are being sentenced. Like, I will advise you to follow the National Crime Agency. You begin to see the sort of criminals they deal with. And here we are with evidence of danger, yet people are playing to the gallery. It is time. People, we are well to do. It is time. All communities need to come together. Every place. If there's a commitment to flush out this thing, my brother, I bet you it will not last 1 month. When Don Wami was terrorizing the whole of Omok, when Wike or the government of Rivers State got fed up, they flushed him out. Why was he killed in Enugu? The same thing happened to Osisi Kanko. We have so many known criminals. The government, Indigo were not ready to deal with this yet. If we are ready, we would take the appeal to the federal government. We don't even have a difficult territory compared to Sambisa Forest. Whichever camp these guys are staying, drone them out. Even if it will cause civilian casualty, let them be flushed out. Every of their leaders.
My brother, I guarantee you it will not be long.
No,
one of the communities they have taken, I'm telling you, I guarantee you this one, I know it for sure. One of the communities they have taken for years now will soon be retaken, not just be retaken, there will be a very loud noise there. Go, I promise you that one. Please wrap it up. Let's bring George Onyibe to
now people will say agitation. Which movement are you modeling after? I follow the EFF. As of today, Malema was in the parliament calling the shots, not on social media, not in the bushes. These guys are a bunch of criminals. And it is time we reevaluate everything we are doing. The political capital is going down. What do they want to? We cannot endanger the next generation. Don't get me wrong. What they are doing, they are like punishing those who reside in the rural areas. Most people, their place of dwelling is their local community. They've committed no crime. If they are brave enough, why don't they take their stupidity to the town to confront INEC? Now, you see, my brother, let me just say this quickly. What I've been expecting from them is to commit a jailbreak in Abuja.
Yes.
Now, you claim...
Don't give it to Abuja. Start with Army Barracks in Onitsha. Obris is still there in Owerri. 82 Div is there in Enugu. Let them start with there first.
They claim they want to pressure the government to release their leader. They know that Attorney General of the Federation, the Nigerian Council or Attorney, Labaran is known. Why don't you can kidnap Malami? Use him as a bargaining chip. No, why don't they go even? I don't want to say some certain things because of my environment. But if they are serious, if they are serious, watch. Just for example, let me just use the New York Mafia as an example. They either go against the rats or they go for the big fish, which are government officials.
Mm-hmm.
The man riding keke, that is not a high value target. Why don't they take this thing at least an inch closer to Aso? My brother, Soludo and every governor needs to come together and tell themselves the truth. Yes, they must have used these guys to get into office, but it's time we call a spade a spade. If they don't understand what governance is, then let them tender their resignation. These guys, they need to be flushed out, and every of their leaders, both in home and diaspora, they need to go after them. And we will make a list of those who have committed crime against the land. Efe will be in Italy and call for priests and traditional rulers of Alibo to be attacked, and that did happen. Not to mention the one in Nigeria that was threatening people. I mean, how long will this go on? Like you rightly said, we all have one life to live. Those who are so afraid to speak, what is the guarantee that I can go to bed and wake up tomorrow morning? What is the guarantee? Why will you all be cowed for these criminals? You know, it is becoming, it's no longer annoying, it's no longer funny. This should be declared. I mean, I wish Buhari would declare martial law. It is in the Nigerian constitution. He should invoke it. I don't care less. We cannot allow this to happen. We cannot allow this to happen. If they want to make a case, let them go and join politics and begin to call the shots. Look at, even what are people not talking about? Look at between, sorry, let me just digress. Look at between Tinubu and Osibanjo. Is that not political betrayal? Politics is a game of interest. Osibanjo has gotten to the point that he's not willing to trade his interest for Tinubu. At the end of the day, APC will produce one candidate. Now, everybody's throwing in their weight. Whereas in the Igbo, we are only begging. And tomorrow we begin to cry they are marginalizing us. Who do us this thing? We do ourselves. Since 1999, the same shenanigans. What have we achieved? From 1999 to date, the only thing I know I can say we achieved is this killing, maiming, and destruction. My brother, thank you so much for what you're doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother, for your wonderful contribution this evening. Let me bring our brother, George Onyibe, back. And one of our brothers, Odugu, from India, Awele. Awele, please, you will have to wait for our brother, George Onyibe, to make a little contribution from what he has heard so far. But if he permits me to let you in first, then I'll do it. So, my brother, George Onyibe, carry on. Hello, George. Go ahead.
You can bring in Awele, please.
Awele, welcome to the program. Please give us your contribution or questions.
Okay, good evening, my brother Odogu Ijele, and also Wama Diokpa George Onyibe. So actually, this is my first time of being on the platform. So I will introduce myself properly because we don't hide our identity. We don't hide our identity. So for this is my first time, and I'm happy to be here. So my name is Odogu Awele, and I'm come from Delta State, Asaba, precisely Oshimili South Local Government. So I want to thank you so much for this eye-opening and expose you are running on this bunch of criminals parading themselves as freedom fighters. You know, it's not easy to fight these people, and when you fight them, not just fighting them alone, you know they have godfathers in police or all part of the government sponsoring them. So it's not easy to fight them and win, but we are winning also. And Joba Onyibe also is also winning. It's not easy. You know, there are a lot of troubles that comes with it because myself, I'm a product of those fighting against these monsters, and I know how I'm feeling it on my own side. But we'll never relent because they're baby to me actually, because I can't be scared of this bunch of lunatics. So first and foremost, I want to like I was born in Anambra State. For those some of them yapping at why I'm not from Southeast? Why should I contribute or why should I put my mouth? Are you not from South? I was born in Anambra State. So that gave me the authority to speak on any issue concerning
whether
happening in the East.
you were
Even
born in Anambra State or you were not born in Anambra State, you are an Igbo man, you have every right to weigh in on this issue. There is no part of Igbo land that suffered more damage and lost more people than Asaba during that Biafra war. So on this issue, in this case, you have every right to say whatever you want to say, so long you are saying the truth. Please carry on.
Okay, thank you very much, my brother. So I just want to let those guys know that first and foremost, the person that promised you Biafra that was coming since 2015 till date, and he's telling you those of you, the ones serving the police, army, navy, and all.
We lost the guys. Please, let's bring our brother George Onyibe back. My brother, please, I don't know if you want to leave now. I don't know how many minutes you still have left, but what you've said so far and where you stop, I don't know if you want to continue from there. Carry on, please. You are the main guest of the day. Hello. George, unmute yourself. Hello? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a specific question for me, or
there is no question? Even the ones I told you come and question you refuse to come on. So are we going to beat them? Just go from everything we said so far, and I want you to weigh in on the next way forward. Like me, I believe that our people should get their PVCs, and people are being killed while trying to get their PVCs. You now, what do you think is the way out from this, and what advice do you have for the people that are still there, those in the bush, those that are still having double mind? And if you will go back, like tell us the scams they've been pulling with their defense fund and all this contribution, how, just summarize it. We want to use the next 30 minutes just for you. I'm not going to bring any other person on. Just use something like 30 minutes, summarize everything, give your advice to those that are still inside the bushes killing themselves. And you can tell us one or two things about Benjamin Madibu, because we've not really focused on him. People don't know that this guy is the de facto leader of all these criminals in the Southeast. Carry on, the floor is yours, my brother.
Oh yes, the truth cannot be overemphasized. First of all, we look at the issue of unknown gunmen going to polling station to disenfranchise the people themselves. Our people must understand, Biafra or no Biafra, if Biafra must come, you cannot boycott the political process. And before you start fighting for Igbo presidency, fighting for your political chance, you need, and anybody who actually meant well for you and is through their action or inaction disenfranchising you, preventing you from having your PVC, is your enemy. But that is how now they cannot function. He want to cripple everybody and then control everybody. But it's not possible for him. I will go back to Anambra State. Soludo have a choice to make. Either play sentimental politics, spend 8 years like other governors before him and then moved on, or he build Anambra for good. To bring peace in Anambra, you just go to Iyala and pick Benjamin Madubugu up. He is in charge of all the criminality, terrorism, going on in Anambra. Benjamin Madubugu, Mbose Ehiala, Benjamin Madubugu, he is there. But you know, Benjamin even have connection with army, Nigerian army. I don't understand. So what you do, they call army for you. The volunteers who saw Benjamin was evil challenged him. Benjamin called Nigerian army for them, and they pretend. So our people should not allow anybody to deceive them. Go and get your PVC. And then before we know whether they are rigging election or they are not rigging election, look at the current data for every region. The Southeast is nowhere to be found when it comes to the number of persons who has collected their PVC. Go and get your PVC. This is the time we get involved in politics within our region. You must get involved. All this one Nnamdi Kanu is doing, he's not looking for Biafra. Of course, those of you who are there, the earlier you save yourself, the better. Those of you within Nnamdi Kanu, the earlier you save yourself, the better. Their children are in diaspora, they are living large. Nnamdi Kanu's wife has bought a house in London. Have you not heard? I didn't say, I was told by Nnamdi Kanu group. And you are in the bush. They told you you can't have children. Have you wondered why they told you not to have children? Because their evil will not hide forever. It will come up. And then nobody will fight for you. You will die for nothing. That is why they are telling you, don't get married, be discovered, you have to be celebrated, man. Just stand aside, fight for your country. Now lie, they are deceiving you, they are crippling all of you. If we want Biafra, is it by replicating the evil we have campaigned against in Nigeria, in our own land, in our own region? We cannot be deceiving ourselves. Let's stop wasting the next generation. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. Nnamdi Kanu will continue to kill. He's there now, remoting everybody. Simeon Ekpa is jumping up and down. Godo mi godo. He do kingdom. For you to understand the power of deception, you can imagine a woman, supposing Igbo woman, come to radio and say, Idu ekelemge, Idu ekelemge, Idu ekelemge, Idu ekelemge, Idu ekelemge. Hey, who do this thing to us? All of them are Nnamdi Kanu introduced them. Let us be wise, oh. Let us be wise, oh, and save ourselves. Every day, fundraising. You ask Nnamdi Kanu, give account. His sister, Nne his auntie, Nne is in charge of finance. You ask Nnamdi Kanu, where is transmitter money? Hey, it's George Onyibe. Where is defense money? Oh, it's Ichena Sebu. Where is defense? Any money, Nnamdi Kanu know who collected, but he's the treasurer, he's the financial secretary, he is everything. I encourage you. You can stop this evil. Or you can sit aside and think it doesn't concern you. You own your Android phone, come on social media, insult anybody you like, do whatever you like. But in the end of the day, you will see the amount of damage you have done to yourself. Have you not noticed they destroy your life? They take your life away from you, take away your source of livelihood, and then leave you defenseless. And so it is easy for them to toast you up and down, make a mess of you, and push you out. When Rabbi Charles, go and look at all those people who told you, where are all of them? We have what it takes. We have the capacity. My brother, this is the time to save the next generation. Not be part of the problem. Some persons believe, oh, Nnamdi Kanu bụ onye Igbo, anyị ga-akwado nke anyị. No problem. Na-akwado nke anyị. Stay in the bush. Just like our brother said, they go to remote villages where they know they don't have a police station. They go to remote villages where there are no light or means of communication. They undermine those people, take advantage and rubbish all of them. And then they come on Facebook and tell you, yes, you know my PVC, we will kill you. Whoa, 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 whoa. They are backing toothless bulldog. Let them come to the town. And those of you in the village, you don't know what is happening. Those of you in the diaspora, call your people and tell them to wake up from illusion. Now they can't do illusion. It's over. And then we can come back home and re-strategize. We can come back home and see how to build our land. We can come back home and prepare for a better future we can be proud of as a people. I'm here on this platform with my brother Ijele, as simple as ABC. Ijele mean well for Ndi Igbo. Ijele mean well for our people. And that is why they look at evil and call it by the name. And if what you are doing is to protect the interest of our people, first of all, before if what we're looking for at the end of the day is for the overall interest of our people, you will see there are people who will vigorously campaign for it even more than we have ever done. Let's tell ourselves the truth and be wise. For China Sanworu, for the DOS and other pro-Biafran group who call on the Kano my leader, all of you are the current plague that is destabilizing Igbo land. The plague that echoes as a people. Somewhere along the line, you pretend as if you are doing the right thing. You are destroying everything that we are. Our values is being bastardized. You are bastardizing our blood lineage. You people are encouraging Nnamdi Kanu to destroy everything that we are. Maybe you're those group of intellectual dishonest individual, but in the end, it is going to boomerang all this atrocity. Oh.
Hello, George, are you there? Hello. Are you there, George? Oh. Hello? Oh, we miss you. Let me call him. He ended this thing suddenly. Let me call him and make sure he's okay. I want to make sure he's okay. Hello, my brother. Okay, that means I'll have to end it. I'll have to leave you here now. Okay, thank you so much. We all appreciate you. We all appreciate you coming. Thank you so much. Okay, bro. So my people, is his battery, okay? Is his battery lost battery life? But guys, you all heard what he said. I will bring in on more people. We didn't talk about only Akuwara. We talked about all the other people they've been kidnapping, they've been disappearing. Very soon, I will start bringing on like some of their leaders abroad, those in diaspora who are hooking up to this camp. I'll be bringing them here to give us their inner knowledge of the activities of these people. Thank you everyone for being a part of the program. Those of you that join us from Ijele Speaks, we are now using the page Undiluted Truth. You can join us there if you want to be following us on our on my post, some short and long articles I'm writing. You join us there. And those of you on Underrated too, Ijele Speaks is my main page. Very soon, around June, I will start using it properly. I will be streaming simultaneously like I'm doing now, but most of my activities will move to that one. And also remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. The name is Ijele Speaks. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Those of you that are joining us via YouTube, I appreciate you. Before you leave, make sure you like the video. Even as you're watching it right now, you can minimize the live chat box, then be able to like the video. The more you like the video, is the more it goes up the YouTube algorithm and more people will see it. Thank you everyone for being a part of the program. Always open your mind to the truth, no matter how painful it is, because that is the only way you will know whether what your beliefs are built on are solid stuff, substance, or just nothing. Stop pursuing air. Don't let anyone fool you. They know there is suffering in the land. Yes, there is suffering in the land, but don't let people exploit you. Don't let them exploit your pain. Don't let them exploit your suffering. As we can see, these fake freedom fighters and the fake revolutionaries are putting down the Kanu and Shawara at the same place. They're both criminals. This one is just being more modernized with his own one Nnamdi Kanu in the crude bonobo he is. He must always behave like the animal he is. He must behave like the cloth he was cut from. The family, the father, the mother, look at them. You know that these are not people that anything good will come from. If there is anything good that is going to come into Ebola, it will never come from Israel family because they are all rotten. They are all dirty, classless, no character. Look at them from the man and family to the rest of them. That's why the mango tree in their father's compound wither. So those of you that call yourselves traditionalists and you are still following someone, you've not asked why the mango tree in their house withered with fruits on her. It's like a woman, a pregnant woman, dying with pregnancy. No wonder thing. In my place, forget now that we are eating rubbish and all this. Back in the day, when we've not started eating all this nonsense that is killing us, we drink sugar every day, go Fanta, whatever, and they weaken your body. Back in the day, we know what this means traditional. So you are either a believer in the traditional tenets or you are not. So if you believe in tradition, why would you believe that someone whose father's house a mango tree withered with fruit on her? So which one is it? Which one is it? It's either you believe it or not. All right. So thank you everyone for being a part of the program tonight. I wish you all a wonderful sleep. See you. I am maybe traveling tomorrow. I don't know yet, but I may not be able to be making videos as often because I have lots of things I'm pursuing right now. I have important things to do. So when you don't hear from me, don't take it as if anything wrong happened because I'm busy. I just have to run some private business. Okay. So once again, have a wonderful night's sleep. I love you.